In the absence of that moral clarity coming from the President of the United States, who then does the task of bringing America together, of healing, fall to?
Every one of us. You know, presidents don't run this country. Americans run this country. That's the way it works, as long as that Constitution sitting a few blocks from here is still in power. So, you know, I think it's helpful if people with the greatest platform deliver those types of unifying and calming remarks. But we can overcome that. Each of us controls what we can control, and I think that's always a view we've taken since he gave that speech 30 years ago in reference to what happened in our city. Here in Oklahoma City, we have tried to control what we have control, and I think we have created a unique, unifying political culture. And I think every one of us, 330 million Americans living in this moment right now, we don't need a president to tell us how to think about this. We have our own upbringing, we have our own families, we have our own moral code, and I think we can carry forward and do the right thing in this moment.
I agree with you, Mayor, but I do think what the president says matters, and frankly, what else he is trying to do with this. Like, it'd be different if Donald Trump was just giving his little opinions on the internet, but that's not what he's doing. This is from the Atlantic's Jonathan Chait on Thursday about the president's response. Let me read this. The headline is Trump's dangerous response to the Kirk assassination. Every political movement in history, including the most bloodthirsty, has condemned political violence by its opponents. The only real test is whether you also oppose political violence by your allies. This is a test Trump has repeatedly failed. Corey Brettschneider, I would argue it's a test the president has repeatedly failed. It's a test the vice president is currently failing. And it's a test a lot of Republican elected officials across the country are failing. Not Mayor Holt, okay? Mayor Holt, much like a lot of elected officials here. Mayor Holt is a Republican. Can I tell people you're a Republican? Look, let me just not tell his business. I know Mayor Holt a minute. He is a Republican. The President of the United States is a Republican now. But you represent the entire country as the president. You're just not the president of the people that elected you. Mayor Holt is just not the president of the Republicans that voted for him, even though in Oklahoma City, the elections, like most mayoral elections, are nonpartisan. So I say that to say, what about the rest of the elected officials that are trafficking in this abhorrent rhetoric, blaming an entire political party of people for a heinous death? I'm a registered Democrat. Let the people tell it. I killed Charlie Kirk. And I say it like that because it's very jarring. And I want people to be shook by what is happening in parts of this country at the highest levels by our elected leaders.
Let's be, and I just want to expand, Simone, on the really important point that you just made. The president isn't any elected official. He isn't a senator, he's a member of Congress, and he's not a mayor. There is only one position in the United States, and that's why that oath is so important. I talk about Article 2 so much when we speak and on the podcast. It's because the president is the only person in the entire republic that represents all Americans. Think about it. A senator represents his or her state, a mayor, his or her city, the president, everyone. And that's why that message of speaking beyond partisanship, of speaking for everyone, matters more than ever in a moment after violence. We have expected it of our leaders. Now, we have had moments where presidents have failed us before. I was on television with John Dean, of course, who was part of the conspiracy, the crimes of Watergate. And in that moment, Dean himself turned on that president, turned on Richard Nixon. And so did many members of his party. In the lead up to impeachment, there wasn't a full impeachment by the House, but there was a vote by the House Judiciary Committee. It was bipartisan, and Republicans did the right thing. This is a moment where we have to call this president out, not for partisan politics or policy, for assaulting our Constitution, attacking an entire political party. That is an attack on our democracy. And you heard it from the mayor, but we need to hear it directly and clearly from all Republicans. This president doesn't represent me. He is attacking our republic.